Right, welcome back guys. It's a new week and we're almost done with body work. Finally. So can't wait, want to get this done so that it can go to the spray shop and get painted before I have to go back to university. As usual, I did some work off camera. Let's quickly run through that and also what the goal is for this week. So let's come over here first. I almost finished painting the body with Raptor. I still need to do this inner section. I ran out, but before I mix up a new bottle to spray that and also to finish spraying that, I already sprayed this side, just need to spray these sides now. But before I mix up a new bottle to spray that, I went ahead and scraped off all the stone chip from the fenders and sandblasted the fenders as well. And the fenders is about the only solid metal on this car. Like, there's nothing wrong with the fenders. They're pretty much perfect, which is fantastic. Same with this fender, also cleaned up. So now they just need a coating of some edge primer and then I can Raptor them. I'm gonna Raptor these as well, the front valence and the header panel for the grille. But before I do that, the header panel, these little eyelids or whatever which attach to the fender is busted, so I made this, which I'm gonna weld in there so that I have new mounting eyelids or whatever before I spray it with Raptor. And the valence also needs to be repaired. It's been in a crash sometime, so it's a bit beaten up here, but it has a crack, so I need to weld that crack in first. But once that is done, I can coat these two with Raptor as well, and then I'm basically done with all the Raptor spraying. So it's coming along nicely. Sorry, a little brain failure there. It's coming along nicely. Once that is done, I'll finish cleaning up the doors because I want to throw them back on the car before they go to the paint shop, because they need to blend the paint perfectly because it's black. You can't hide any imperfections with black, it will all show. Then I also need to finish sanding down the trunk, the hood. Oh, and also I need to sandblast the inside and also probably sand down the outer shell. So it's quite a lot of work this week. I'm getting up really early in the mornings, coming in. So yeah, there's not much else to say. Gonna quit talking and get back to work. So I don't know if I'm gonna have any time-lapse footage and stuff this week because nothing of this is really interesting. I mean, it's sanding and sandblasting and more fucking sanding. So it's not very entertaining to watch. I don't think this is going to be a very entertaining episode. So I'm going to stick to just progress updates for this week. Sorry about that. So yeah. Okay, good morning. Apologies for all the noise in the back. The Shelby is warming up. Anyway, I finished a bunch of stuff yesterday, so let's quickly run through that. Well, firstly, I finished like all the little metal repairs that I said I was gonna do, and then I finished coating everything with Raptor. And again, this product is amazing. It looks great. I did the fenders as well. I disassembled the headlight and did this portion at the front of the fenders as well. Now, yeah, I know I missed a spot there. I only realized this morning that that one's clips was already removed, so I only removed them this morning. I'll touch that up later, just sand it down a bit, but it looks fantastic. I'm just showing everything in nice detail so that if I do decide to sell the car one day, the buyer can watch these videos and see that I don't skip corners. Whoops. Well, I do kick things around, sorry buyer. Anyway, it looks great. I might put these back on the car temporarily for safekeeping, just so that it's out of the way. The underbody is also done and also looks fantastic. Looks basically brand new. I just hoped it would hide the welds a little bit more, but that's alright. The rest of it came out really good. I mean, if this body has some new paint on it, it's gonna look basically brand new. So that's about it. The Raptor stuff is done, and word of advice is just wear gloves. Sorry, I've been interrupted. My dad came to take the Shelby. Anyways, I was saying wear gloves. Raptor doesn't really wash out of your hands. And yeah, let's see what's left to do. So I had to quickly move everything, but I still need to paint strip the header panel, the valence, the top of the fenders, the underside of the trunk, the inner side of the doors, and the other side of the hood. Now this is a very lengthy process because this car has been resprayed black twice, and paint stripper only eats through one layer of paint no matter how much you seem to put on it. So you have to put it on, scrape it off, put it on again, scrape it off again, and then when it looks like this, which is original paint, which the paint stripper doesn't do jack shit to, I'm gonna break up the surface with a sandblaster and then sand everything down with a little orbital. And I don't think I'll go as extreme as these doors. I think I'll just sand everything down until I can see the original layers of primer, and I think that's about it in terms of paint removal that's left. I still need to sandblast the interior of the shell, which I think I might get some time-lapse footage of. That might be like a bit more interesting to watch. I don't think there's much else left for me to say. Also, I still need to collect all my sand. It's like here in a bag. Put it back into my sandblaster. Oh, look at this. I bought like this little sandblasting hood. It was quite cheap. It has like a mesh in front of a plexiglass, and it makes use of a hard hat on the inside to which the hood is attached. Quite ingenious. I wish I bought this from the start. Would have saved me a lot of agony. So yeah, I think that's about it. Gonna get back to work, and then I'll hit you guys with another progress update in I think like a day or two. So yeah.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so bear with me. I've been sandblasting the whole day. It's getting dark out and I'm kinda in pain. My neck and the underside of my nose and my hands are really raw from the sandblasting. Even though I wear the hood, which helps a lot of it still kicks up underneath and, you know, tears up your neck and stuff. So that's not very pleasant. Sorry that the time-lapse footage ended like kind of incomplete and abruptly. The camera's battery died. But on a positive note, I did finish all of that, like panels and stuff and the hood, and it came out looking really good, to be honest. So I'm happy with that. I'll show that in a little bit. Let's just quickly address the body and the issues I'm facing here. Okay, so that was very depressing. Decided to come back the next morning when I have more energy and I'm in a better mood to refilm all of this. And also today's a special day. It's my mum's 50th birthday, so huge shout out to my birth giver. I'll be taking off the weekend to spend some time with her, so a little bit behind schedule, but it's alright. I'll still get it to the paint shop somewhere next week. And yeah, let's quickly run through the stuff. Here's the sandblast stuff, and came out nicely. The doors took quite some time because there was a lot of glue residue here, and that takes a little bit longer to sandblast. I decided I'm not going to sandblast the fenders. I'll get to that in a second. And the trunk lid inside sandblasted clean. These things sandblasted now. This one has some body putty there that the sandblaster doesn't chew up. So I left that as is. The hood underneath as well, if I can get in here. Yeah, okay. Heavy ass hood. So here's the thing regarding the body. I stumbled upon some issues. Firstly, blew open some rust holes on this side and on the other side as well. So I'll have to patch in some new metal there. This side isn't as bad, to be honest. I think I might fill these up. I just cut it out, little patch, not that much effort. It's a quick job. And I have to be honest, the paint in the interior is still like in a really good condition. It's not really coming off with a sandblaster. So what I'm gonna be doing is instead of sandblasting it clean to bare metal, I'll just like lightly break the surface until you can see the red primer, and we can just spray over that. Now I didn't make a lot of progress, and that is because the second I started sandblasting the firewall, a lot of the dirt that was accumulated in here started kicking out, so I couldn't see shit anymore. But no joke, literally handfuls of sand, handfuls and handfuls of sand has accumulated in this vent section, and that's mostly because this little drop down has a lip on the inside there, you can see it, so that when water comes in here, the water doesn't flow into the cabin. Now that lip, especially on this side, makes like a little barrier for sand to build up, and it doesn't drain out of these tiny little drain holes. And now yesterday I spent probably like half an hour blowing out all of the sand, because you blow it this way, then it will clog the drain hole, then you have to blow it through the drain hole to the other side and go back and forth, and it's just really a pain. And I'm very tired of sandblasting and paint stripping. My face is raw, my neck is raw, like I even have scabs here now. So here's what I'm gonna do regarding the body. I'm not gonna do everything I wanted to do originally. I'm just gonna focus on the points where I know the paint shop is likely to skip corners. Now that include the lip for the windshield, I already did this one. It includes the drip rails, already did this one. Same with the back one, gonna do this as well. And all these like little difficult parts, you know. Only gonna focus on that, cleaning that up nicely. The rest of it the paint shop can do. I decided against sandblasting the roof and the rest of the body because it's already on the original paint. They can just sand that down and use it as a good base to paint from. At least they're not spraying over the previous 2 layers of black paint. Now this thing, this little vent grill, has been taking me forever. I already spent 3 hours on it. I'm scraping off all the paint that's built up on the sides of it instead of just the top, because the more they paint this, the smaller the like slits become and the less airflow you get, and it's pretty hot in Namibia, so I'd like some cooling, you know. So I've been scraping it all out on the inside. It's very time consuming, but I'll finish that. Then I'm just gonna like blast the front end, because I don't want them spraying over this crap paint or this. So that's about it. So to summarize, I'm just gonna focus on all the rusty areas and difficult areas, and the rest is in the paint shop's hand, because I'm tired of sandblasting. I can't do this anymore. I'm becoming depressed, to be honest. I don't think I'm gonna film any of it anymore. I think this is enough footage for next week. Sorry, again, this isn't a very entertaining episode to watch, but hey, at least we're being transparent here. This is part of building cars. You have to put up with this as well. You can't have all the fun. So yeah, that's it for this week. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week when I'm done and loading it up for the paint shop. And then there's some other stuff we can start doing that's fun again. So yeah, cheers.